Let's face it, we've all been there, standing in the supermarket aisle, paralyzed by the sheer number of cereal brands, scrolling endlessly through streaming services, unable to commit to a single movie. Why is it so hard to make up our minds, even when the stakes are low? The answer lies in the fascinating and often perplexing world of human decision-making. We are bombarded with an endless stream of decisions daily, from the mundane to the life-altering. Each choice, no matter how small, requires us to navigate a complex web of factors, our preferences, potential outcomes, and even our unconscious biases. Understanding how we make these decisions and the forces that influence them can empower us to make clearer, more confident choices in all aspects of our lives. By understanding the psychology behind our choices, we can learn to recognize our own biases, weigh our options more effectively, and ultimately make decisions that align with our true values and goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to making decisions that lead to a more fulfilling and successful life. From the moment we wake up to the time our head hits the pillow, we are constantly making decisions. Some are automatic, like brushing our teeth or choosing our morning coffee. Others require more deliberation, like responding to an important email or planning a weekend getaway. The sheer volume of decisions we face each day can be overwhelming, leading to decision fatigue and potentially impacting the quality of our choices. The key is to recognize that not all decisions are created equal. Some require careful analysis and consideration, while others can be made more instinctively. Learning to differentiate between these types of decisions is crucial for effective decision-making. For high-stakes decisions, taking the time to gather information, weigh potential outcomes, and consider our options is essential. On the other hand, for more mundane decisions, it's often best to trust our gut and move on. By recognizing when to engage in deliberate decision-making and when to rely on intuition, we can conserve our cognitive resources for the choices that truly matter. Let's start with a relatable scenario. Choosing a movie on a Friday night. Seems simple, right? But with endless streaming options, the decision can quickly become overwhelming. This is where understanding decision fatigue comes in. As we scroll through countless titles, our brains get tired of making choices. We might end up picking something randomly or giving up altogether. So how do we overcome this? One strategy is to set clear criteria beforehand. Are you in the mood for a comedy, a thriller, or a documentary? Knowing what you want narrows down the options, making the decision less daunting. You can even create a shortlist beforehand, transforming a stressful scroll into an enjoyable selection process. Another helpful approach is to limit your options. Instead of browsing the entire Netflix library, focus on a specific genre or director you enjoy. By setting clear criteria and limiting your options, you can turn a potentially frustrating experience into an enjoyable start to your weekend. Planning a simple outing with friends shouldn't be a Herculean task. Yet we've all experienced the dreaded group chat loop, where deciding on a restaurant or activity becomes an endless cycle of suggestions and rejections. This is a classic example of decision paralysis in action. Everyone has an opinion, but reaching a consensus feels impossible. The culprit here is often the fear of making the wrong choice. We don't want to disappoint our friends or choose an option that others won't enjoy. This fear can lead to endless back and forth, ultimately hindering the decision-making process. One effective strategy is to assign roles and responsibilities. For example, one person could be in charge of suggesting restaurants, while another chooses the activity. This divides the decision-making burden and allows individuals to focus on their designated areas of expertise. By implementing these strategies, you can streamline group decisions and ensure everyone enjoys a stress-free outing. Few decisions in life carry as much weight as choosing a career path. The stakes are high, the options are vast, and the pressure to make the right choice can be immense. This is where understanding the psychology of decision-making becomes truly invaluable. It's not just about picking a job, it's about aligning your passions, skills, and aspirations with a fulfilling and sustainable career. One common pitfall in career decision-making is the tendency to prioritize external factors over our own values and interests. We might feel pressured to pursue a certain field because it's considered prestigious or lucrative, even if it doesn't truly resonate with us. This is where introspection and self-awareness are crucial. Take the time to reflect on your strengths, passions, and what truly motivates you. By approaching career decisions with a growth mindset and a willingness to learn and adapt, you can navigate the complexities of the professional world with confidence and purpose. Our brains are incredibly complex organs capable of processing vast amounts of information and making lightning-fast decisions. But this efficiency comes at a cost. Often our brains rely on mental shortcuts known as cognitive biases to simplify decision-making. While these biases can be helpful in some situations, they can also lead to systematic errors in judgment. One common bias is confirmation bias, where we tend to seek out and interpret information in a way that confirms our existing beliefs. Another pervasive bias is the availability heuristic, where we judge the likelihood of an event based on how easily we can recall similar events from memory. By becoming aware of these common mental shortcuts, we can start to recognize when they might be influencing our decisions. Now that we've uncovered some of the sneaky ways our brains can trip us up in decision-making, how do we outsmart these biases? The key is to introduce a more conscious and deliberate approach to our decision-making process. This involves slowing down, questioning our assumptions, and actively seeking out diverse perspectives. One effective technique is to actively challenge our initial instincts. When faced with a decision, especially one with emotional weight, try to play devil's advocate with yourself. Consider the opposite perspective, even if it feels uncomfortable. This can help expose potential biases and lead to a more balanced assessment of the situation. Surrounding ourselves with people who think differently than us can challenge our assumptions and broaden our understanding of the issue at hand. Stepping away from a decision, even for a short period, can provide valuable clarity and perspective. In the age of information overload, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of data available at our fingertips. However, when it comes to making informed decisions, knowledge is truly power. By equipping ourselves with relevant and accurate information, we can make choices that are grounded in evidence and aligned with our goals. Before making any significant decision, take the time to gather as much relevant information as possible. This might involve conducting research, consulting with experts, or seeking out diverse perspectives from trusted sources. The more information we have at our disposal, the better equipped we are to make a well-informed choice. It's also important to be discerning about the sources of information we consult. In today's digital landscape, misinformation and biased content are rampant. By developing strong information literacy skills, we can navigate the complexities of the information age and make decisions that are grounded in facts and evidence. Making decisions often involves stepping into the unknown. We can't predict the future with absolute certainty, and there's always a chance that things won't go according to plan. This uncertainty can be paralyzing for some, leading to indecision and missed opportunities. However, by learning to embrace the unknown and make calculated risks, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. The key to managing risk is to differentiate between calculated risks and reckless gambles. Calculated risks involve assessing potential outcomes, weighing the pros and cons, and developing contingency plans. By learning to distinguish between calculated risks and reckless gambles, we can make decisions that are both bold and strategic. Sometimes the most rewarding decisions are the ones that take us outside of our comfort zones and into the realm of the unknown. Mastering the art of decision-making is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of self-discovery and growth. It's a process that requires us to be mindful of our thought processes, aware of our biases, and committed to making choices that align with our values and aspirations. While there's no magic formula for perfect decisions, by embracing the principles outlined in this exploration, we can navigate the complexities of life with greater clarity, confidence, and ultimately, greater fulfillment. Remember, each decision, no matter how small, presents an opportunity for growth and learning. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, for they offer invaluable lessons that shape our judgment and resilience. Embrace the journey of decision-making, for it's in the choices we make that we truly define who we are and the life we create for ourselves. By approaching decisions with a mindful and informed perspective, you can unlock your full potential and create a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling. The power to make better decisions lies within you. Embrace it and watch as the possibilities unfold.